checks to the runner, and the 0-1. And that hit the batter. They appealed down to first, and Ryan Wills said he didn't swing. And the Blue Jays are livid because the swing overrides the hit by pitch. And somebody just got tossed. Maybe John Schneider or Charlie or somebody just got tossed. And you can understand the frustration, again, because of all the calls here this inning.
Yeah, you called them the 50-50 calls, and you're absolutely right. That was a swing. You could hear Alek Manoah yelling at the umpire. That was a swing. Yeah. And it looked like a swing. Ball hit him.
But again, the swing.
Broken bat. Base hit into center field. Schwarber's going to score. Hoskins is around third, heading for home. The throw to the plate. He is out at home plate.
Game here, because there's the other school of thought that this was interference by the base runner, such that the defender could not make the play.
Well, now Davey is going to go back because he's been ejected from the ball game. So he's been ejected because he did not like the call.
Well, he's still going after him.
So they call obstruction on this, and Davey and Dan Iasonia are still going at it.
Well, they really, someone of the coaches should probably get him.
Yeah, somebody should go out and just get him out because he's already said his piece.
Check swing foul. And I don't know, Max is claiming catcher's interference. He checked his swing, or maybe just claiming he didn't make contact with it. And here comes Rocco Baldelli. There was an audible sound, but I wonder whether Max didn't feel like he
been over the strike zone. He's right. He wasn't even close to that ball. That was good.
And instead, it's a strike to Kepler, and there he goes.
But also the difference, Polanco's still at first base. If that's not a foul ball, he advances to second base. Rocco's right. You can't miss that call. You cannot miss that call. A ball that's that far away from a bat. And I think the frustration with the strike zone earlier in the game, some of the calls, maybe the call on the Buxton at bat.
The crew chief is Jim Reynolds, and he's doing his best to keep Rocco away from Alex Tosi. But again,
hit him.
What's Ty saying? I'm not sure. I'm just saying it didn't hit him. And now the Astros dugout just exploded. And now both sides are getting into it. Here we go. Now Scott Servais, one of the first to spill out. That escalated quickly. Now somebody said something.
I think what Ty was doing is he said that it hit him. The umpire said it didn't. Then Ty looked at the dugout and wanted Scott to take a look at it.
Are we clear on whether or not that was ruled a hit by pitch or not?
I don't think it was. I think Ty thought it hit him. He turned around to the dugout and gave it one of these to his ear.
That would make sense.
And then so Scott was saying something, and I think the other dugout, you can see it hit him. I mean, it's going, and Scott.
And now Scott's being talked to.
I think they said they're throwing him out.
They've thrown Scott out.
That's what he was looking at, pointing like you have to go.
And now they've thrown somebody out over there. Correct?
Yes. I thought Jordan Baker, the first base umpire, he was over towards the Houston dugout, and he was the one that was talking to some of the Houston people. And my impression of that was that he was telling them, because stuff was going on, that he was letting them know who was going to go or not.
That was Omar Lopez, one of the base coaches for the Astros. Watch out. Now, come on now. Crawford is into second. Now, what's going to be assessed here?
Yeah, I mean, what do we have going on? Chris Guccione, the home plate umpire.
I mean, he's got to be out, right?
I would think so.
You got to run Neris now.
I would hope that after the first time a tie was hit that everybody was warned. That's an automatic.
Neris has to be out of this game. And he is.
There you go.
Yeah. Now, come on, man. Don't go palms up on that. Yeah, he said you have to. You have to. That's the way the rules work. I mean, that was at the head. Behind him and at his head.
Yeah, that's what he's telling him, too. I wouldn't even waste time explaining it to him.
I mean, Dusty knows.
Yeah, that's okay. That's enough.
Let's go, man.
And he did go, says plate umpire Vic Carapazza. And Choi not happy about that. And the Rays bench not happy.
Well, Kevin Cash, he is, well, there you go.
Has just been ejected. Kevin Cash fired up here.
Remember the Astros on their bench, Dallas, they got Michael Brantley, Yuri Gurriel, a couple of regulars, one a left-handed hitter, one a right-handed hitter, and somebody just got thrown out. It was Mark Kotsay. Mark Kotsay just got thrown out by Mike Malinsky, who seems to be the owner of a little bit of a short fuse. So Mike Malinsky went out to the mound to break up the meeting, and he throws out Mark Kotsay. Well, sometimes you see an umpire that just gets a little overzealous, in my opinion.
That was as demonstrative as we've ever seen Zach Gallen on the mound with an umpire right there. And John Lipka walking out to the mound. Jose Herrera has to get in front of him. And here comes Torey Lovullo, and Lovullo's been ejected. Torey's saying exactly what he should be saying. You're walking out toward the mound to talk to my pitcher. What do you expect? Herrera had to get in front of Lipka that time, and now Torey has been tossed. There's the crew chief, Jim Reynolds. Obviously heard something and walked out toward the mound at Zach Gallen.
See, there's no reason for that from John Lipka. I mean, Zach Gallen may have said something, but he didn't leave the dirt part of the mound. He got the throwback from Herrera, turned his back on home plate, and Lipka was the one who tried to initiate contact.
Look out. And Wisdom gets hit. And now David Ross is going to come out. David Ross has been ejected.
Oh, strike three call. Choi thought he had drawn the walk. He was set to head to first. And Kevin Cash is coming out. And Choi not happy. Bill Welke called him out on strikes. And I did not see if Choi had been run. But Kevin's out there to pick up the argument in any case.
Anyway, and Garrett was just thrown out by second base umpire Ramon De Jesus.
Somebody just got thrown out, and it's Aaron Boone. And Rizzo is also coming out, so he's arguing over one of the calls. So either Rizzo or Boone got thrown out. And the fact that Rizzo's out there arguing, it was probably him because he'd be thrown out automatically. Manny Gonzalez pointed to the dugout and said, "You're gone," and Boone jumped out and then followed by Anthony Rizzo. I think Rizzo's saying, "I wasn't saying anything."
He's also looking at Manny saying, "You know me, Manny. I'm not that guy." And Rizzo, you know, he isn't a disrespectful player by any means. So to see him run out right there and defend himself, I totally understand it.
Calhoun. Walked him, bases are loaded. Joe Madden coming out of the Angels dugout. Joe Madden has been thrown out of the ball game. While we were at commercial break, Madden was at the mound. He took some time with Suarez. Buckner, CB Buckner comes out, Mark, to say, hey, time's up. And then Madden had some words with him like, hey, you missed that strike 3 call, I think on that high fastball 2-2. And then Buckner throws him out of the game.
2-2. Did he go? No swing, full count.
Well, this will be interesting from the low third base angle. Dave Roberts, oh my.
Larry Vanover, who had a rough night behind the plate last night. Dave Roberts convinced that he just blew another. Why Dave went out and got his money's worth. So instead of 1 away, a full count.
Curveball hits sharply on one hop, diving, stops Segura, scrambles to his knee, throws a one hopper, and the ball is kicked out of the glove of Hoskins, and a run will score. And Reese is running back toward the bag. Yeah, he's out there. Yeah, he's out. And he had it long enough.
Yes, he did. Did it matter if did his foot stay on the bag?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it is. When he said it's not reviewable. Because it is reviewable on a play like that. Now Joe's been thrown out of the ball game.
It's a legitimate beef.
It's definitely legitimate beef. I think Bill Miller did a little instigation there.
Sure did.
It's a challenge.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, Bo gets buzzed. And now the Blue Jay dugout is angry again. John Schneider's yelling. Charlie Montoyo's yelling. Lance Barrett just threw somebody else out. Charlie's gone.
Better get another your money's worth right here explanation.
Two on its way. Strike 3 call. AJ just got tossed. AJ's trying to stay in between Baez and home plate umpire Nick Marlin.
Well, it's just a manager sticking up for his players for sure. AJ has to get in there. There's unfortunately been a couple times where Tigers feel like they had strikes that weren't called for our pitchers, and a couple close pitches there. I'm not sure that was
fun to begin the year before Pete took him the other way. And Dom did not think that was a strike.
Wait, did he call that a strike? I thought he called that a ball.
No, called it strike 3.
Wow. I don't blame Dom. He's having a tough time back there. That ball wasn't even really very close.
Meanwhile, Max Scherzer doing some barking at the home plate umpire. Sure, he doesn't have to pitch in this series. He can bark all he wants.
I don't think he cares. He's intense, protecting his teammates.
And we just found out that Max Scherzer was ejected. That's why he was.
And Corey Blazer out to break up this meeting. That's why I said when White was carrying the bat with him, he had his head down. He didn't want to look at first base. If he'd been rung up, I don't think he would have argued. And Rick Kranitz with a parting shot or two. And he just got thrown out.
You can't argue balls and strikes. That's grounds for automatic ejection. And you could read Cranny's lips. He said he did not argue that. And he is getting his money's worth here.
Springer at second, 2 down. And again the 1-2. And a fastball gets him for strike 3 call. Vladdy really unhappy with that one. But that one did appear to have the bottom of the zone. Did Vladdy get tossed? Charlie is out arguing, and now Charlie is gone. And we know Charlie is gone.
I think he was just pointing to him after he slammed the bat, and Charlie hustled out there so his slugger wouldn't be thrown out. And Charlie took that one for Vladdy.
And now a pickoff, and they've got Witt trapped between second and third, running him down. And he's going to be out. He slid past the bag. His momentum carried him past the bag. And LeMahieu was able to make the tag. But Witt was outrunning him. I don't know why they didn't throw the ball to third. You don't chase the guy toward. Manny Gonzalez is the third base umpire. So Witt had generated some pretty good speed, and Mike Matheny just got thrown out, and now
he checks. They call a strike. What? Now the home plate umpire just called that a strike.
I thought he was checking with Tom Hallion.
Because Hallion said he didn't go, right?
Yeah.
Julio asking what the count is? 3-2.
I think so, yeah. He's a bit confused also about it. I don't blame him.
Yeah, it shouldn't be 3-2. Should it?
He called it a strike. It was 2-1.
Yes.
He called it a strike. Hallion was giving him help because he thought he was asking for help.
That made it
when he really called it a strike. And that's what Scott's arguing with. You asked for help, and Tom Hallion said no, it was not a swing. Thinking it.
Oh, wow. It's time.
We've seen that before.
It's time to pick on someone else. It's time. And Scott's letting him hear it.
Yeah.
Now, is this a couple of factors here between the location and of that last pitch plus what happened before?
Well, for one, Scott can see that those other 2 pitches were up out of the zone, right? You can't always tell if it's on the corner or not, but you can tell that pitch is high. The other thing is this is something that I could see coming also because of what's been happening to Julio. I thought the first time that he would get thrown out of a game would be because of one of Julio's at-bats, and right now I think he's had enough. And then you throw the confusion on the check swing, and Hallion calling it a no swing, but the home plate umpire calling it a strike, and you can.
Here it comes. Called strike 3, and Schwarber is thrown out of the game, and he had 0 issue with getting thrown out, making it very clear. You've missed him inside, outside, up and down. Kyle Schwarber thrown out after being punched out by Angel Hernandez. And Joe may go too. Schwarber is speaking for both sides tonight. We saw a lot of those demonstrations, none like that, but we certainly saw them as the players were going back to the bench.
Oh, boy. I mean, that one's further away. No, it's a ball, but it's been called a strike. That one's 4 or 5 inches outside.
Yeah, and you can see Gurriel looked like he took a close pitch that was off the plate,
and Charlie just got tossed. Yeah. And you know what? You can't blame Charlie. It's been going on the whole game. Charlie's eyes don't bulge like that very often at all, but it's been going on the whole game.
Yeah, and the Blue Jays have not been very happy with the strike zone of Jeff Nelson, the crew chief.
Oh, strike 3 call. And Arozarena flipping the bat. And he has been flipped. Ejected by Junior Valentine. Well, that was a quick reaction as Arozarena not happy over the call. You saw the bat flip, and just as quickly Valentine went up with the arm to eject him.